Lara. I'm the founder and owner of Yoga Bliss. We have 2 studios and I'm coming here from Los Angeles. And I wanted to share with you today a short restorative practice that you can do at home. So I'm going to be using 2 blocks and a bolster. And if you don't have these items, instead of a bolster, maybe you have a similar pillow off of your couch. You can always grab a towel or a blanket and fold it up so that it makes a bolster shape. You can get creative using pillows or stacks of books instead of blocks if you don't have them. And we're going to get into our first pose using your bolster or your pillow, bringing it to the back of your mat and bringing it lengthwise across the back of the mat. And you'll sit your hips down right in front of the bolster. Take your blocks, you may or you may not need them, in this supine bound position, taking the feet together, opening the knees out to the sides. And if your hips are on the tighter side, you can set up blocks underneath your knees for a little bit of support. Again, maybe you just place pillows or something else there for support if you don't have blocks. And then for this first pose, feel the bolster at the base of the spine. Go ahead and recline the spine down on top of the bolster. And let your arms open out to the sides. Turn your palms to face up. And allow yourself to let your eyes rest closed, let your body feel heavy as it rests down towards the earth. And just allow yourself to feel heavy here. Notice all the parts of your body that are in contact with the earth beneath you. And feel the head and neck supported. Feel the bolster supporting the length of the spine. Notice the areas where the backs of the arms are touching down to the ground, where the legs and the feet touch down to the props or to the earth. And feel the earth holding you. And see if there's anything else you can do in your body to get a little bit more relaxed. And we'll start here with a full breath together. Big inhale through the nose, expanding through the lungs fully. Sigh it out through the mouth, let it go. And just notice the way that the breath brings ease into the body. Can you find that sense of release with every round of breath on your exhales, letting the body melt heavier, further, closer down towards the earth. You can bring in this visualization of, with your inhale breaths, feeling the earth hug up closer towards your body. With your exhale breaths, your body hugs closer down towards the earth. And feeling that connection, feeling that support and grounding. And then just allowing your body to rest here. So if you're newer to the restorative practice, each pose will be held for several minutes. It's a very gentle practice. We attempt to let go of effort and surrender into ease. Allow our minds to drift off to rest and relaxation. Or maybe our minds choose to face the thoughts that are swirling around. So allow yourself this gift of space. As you rest here, feel the way that the support of the bolster underneath the spine creates openness across the heart space. Feel the way that the shoulders gently round down around the edges of the spine, around the edges of the bolster, and find that full support, that gentle lifting of the heart. And think if there's anything that's been heavy on the heart lately. And finding this gentle lift and support. Giving yourself openness, connection to compassion and forgiveness. Also giving yourself this openness to receiving love and care from those around you. We'll be here for a few more rounds of breath. Let's take another full breath in through the nose. Sigh it out through the mouth, let it go. And without rushing, let your body stay rested, let your mind stay relaxed as we start to transition to our next shape. You can use your hands to help fold the knees up if you'd like. And plant your feet down with your knees pointing up towards the sky. And on your next inhale breath, reach your arms all the way back behind you and find this nice long stretch through the fingertips, opening up through the chest, through the front side of the body. And then really gently, softly roll off of your bolster towards your right side. And just for a moment, use your hands and arms to help press yourself up to seated. You'll keep your knees pointing over towards the right side of your mat. You can move blocks or other props out of the way. And then go ahead and grab your bolster. You're going to place it in between the knees, in between the thighs. You might like either a block or a blanket underneath your head, or you might not even need that. You can rest your head into the upper arm, just coming into this fetal position. Your head is rested onto your arm or onto a blanket or a prop to support. The knees are curled in towards the chest, any amount that's comfortable. And your top arm, the left arm, can rest on top of the side body. It can rest onto the ground in front of the belly. You can let it gently wrap behind your back. And wherever you are, find this rested, comfortable, supported shape. Feel free to allow your eyes to rest closed. Feel your face soft. Let your belly soft. And in my restorative practice, we welcome rest into the body. And oftentimes, throughout the day, we might take breaks. But oftentimes, we also fill those breaks with keeping up with communications or technology or a phone or something else to distract from a true break from our routine, from whatever we're doing. And the gift of our restorative practice is a real break, some time to let yourself do nothing. And it's from that state of being that our body starts to allow itself to heal. When our body is rested, the rate of our heartbeat slows down. And your mind goes to a state where it knows it's relaxed. Your hormones change to support healing in the body. And blood flow can return back to your internal organs that help to keep everything operating smoothly. Sometimes we forget that there's so much going on within our bodies. We run our bodies like a machine. That's just really not the best way to keep our health and our vitality. I'm always so happy whenever people choose to practice a restorative and gentle practice. It's something that we all need. These poses that are simple, that seem like laying on the floor, they give us so much benefit, so much time for the healing that we need. So allow yourself to enjoy. Last few breaths here, still staying rested, still staying relaxed. And take another full breath in, and a deeper breath out. And again, without haste or hurry, just allowing yourself to move slowly. Use your hands and your arms to gently press yourself back up to seated. If you have the bolster or prop between your legs, you can move it out of the way and start to gently press up through the hands and arms, coming back up to seated just for a moment. So keep your knees just as they are, pointed towards the right side of your mat. And now bring your bolster or your folded up blanket back into the position it was as we started, lengthwise at the back of the mat. And snuggle up the short edge of the mat right against your right hip. We're going to come into a supported twist. So from here, turn your chest to face all the way towards the back of your mat. And bring one hand on each side of the mat, pressing the fingertips or palms onto the earth. And find length up through the spine. You can shortly, just for a couple of breaths, look over your right shoulder. Feel this twist into the neck. And turn your gaze back towards the back of your mat and start to gently walk your hands down along the edges of the bolster. And rest your belly, your chest, and your right cheek down on top of the bolster. Make sure your arms and shoulders feel like they have space and support. You can widen your arms out so that your palms are flat onto your mat. Some people find it comfortable and comforting to wrap their arms around the bolster, giving a little prop for the head, and also just comfortable onto the shoulders. And some of you might like to extend this gentle twist all the way into the upper back and neck. And you can turn onto the left cheek instead. And if for any reason you try that and it's not comfortable, just come right back onto your right cheek. And again, just allow yourself to rest softly down, letting your face soften, letting your belly soften, and feeling yourself release effort of the body, surrendering into ease. And as you're rested here, just letting your breath be natural. And one thing you might start to ask yourself, are you comfortable with stillness and silence? Without any judgment or labels of good or bad. How do you feel when you're asked to be still? And bring your awareness back to the breath. We'll still be here a little bit longer. And start to deepen the breath, fuller breath in and out. And just as slowly and gently as we came into this pose, slowly and gently make your way out of it. Walk your hands back a little bit, press your palms into the earth. Lift your chest back up into the seated twist. Feel the length through the spine. Just take a moment here. Keep your bolster or your prop where it is. Start to turn back towards the front of our mat. And you're going to make this twist in the opposite direction, taking your knees up. Turn them over towards the left side of your mat. And spin your chest around to face the back of your mat. One hand on each side of the bolster. And again, just press into your fingertips or palms. Extend through the spine in your twists. Maybe for a few breaths, gaze over your left shoulder. Feel that gentle stretch into the side of the neck. And gently bring your head and your gaze to face towards the back of your mat. And softly walk your hands down along the edges of the bolster, resting your belly, your chest, and your left cheek down or your right cheek down. Again, choosing which side of the face and which area of the neck feels comfortable to rest on. And adjust the hands and the arms as needed, making sure that your shoulders feel like they have space. You can wrap your arms and hug them around the bolster. And one of the things that happens in our body as we start to get relaxed is that your body might start to feel a little bit more cold. And just know at any time in your restorative practice, you can always cover up with a blanket for a little bit of extra comfort and warmth. And again, as you rest here, let your face soften, allow your belly to soften. With every round of breath, can you again bring back that visualization? With your inhales, feel the earth hugging up closer towards the body. With your exhales, your body hugs closer down towards the earth. With every round of breath, feeling more connected and grounded. We'll be here a bit longer. Is there anywhere else in your body where you can soften a little bit more? Bring your awareness back to your breath. And take a fuller breath in and out. And again, moving slowly and gently, start to walk your hands back a little bit so you can ground your palms into your mat. Press your arms straight to lift the chest up. Just take a moment, again, stretching up through the spine. And bring your bolster or your prop with you towards the front of our space for our last pose into Shavasana. And I'll take your bolster or your pillow or your rolled up blanket and rest it underneath your knees. And we'll start to lay down back onto our mat. You can always use a little pillow or a blanket underneath your head like a little pillow, and open up your arms. You can rest your arms away from your body, or for more grounding and calming, rest with your hands on top of the body. Allow your eyes to relax closed. And just start to rest in gratitude for the time you've allowed yourself for healing and restoring the body. And take one more full breath before our deepest rest. Inhaling in through the nose, and through the mouth, let it go. And feel yourself relax into ease. Feel your face soften. Let the eyes relax back. Feel your jaw relax. Shoulders are heavy, belly soft, hips heavy. And resting all the way down through the arms into the fingers. all the way down through the legs into the toes. Just receiving all the benefits of our slow practice today. And as I know you're practicing at home, feel free to stay here as long as you'd like. Om. The sound of Om is said to encompass all the sounds of the universe. A great prayer and reminder that we're all connected, we're all one. And if you're ready to come out of your practice, just rest your hands onto your body, onto the hips or onto the belly, or maybe one hand onto the heart, one hand onto the belly. Find that connection. And find gratitude for the way you've practiced self-care and self-love. And on your next inhale, you can reach your arms all the way back behind you. Find a nice long stretch through the fingers and all the way down through the toes. Start to softly bend your knees up, grounding the feet onto the earth. And gently roll over onto your favorite side for your fetal position. I thank you so much for sharing your practice with me today. May you be happy, may you be healthy, may you live with ease. Namaste.